Well, I just got back from the Raleigh dump again. It turned out to be a cool and cloudy day, so I just jumped in the vehicle and headed over there and hoped it would stay that way. I don't know how many bottles I got yet, but probably about 85, and I did quite well. I found a good assortment of blob top beers this time. This is a really big one. I've never seen this particular brand. Don't know what city it's from or anything else. And then I found this one from Middlesboro, Kentucky. I'll show you these again in part 2 of the video after I get them all washed up. Then I found a pair of these Peter Stump from Virginia in Richmond. This company I researched a bit and found that they made 2 very early beers that are fat, short ones that look quite a lot better than this one. I don't know what this is worth because I couldn't find any on the completed auctions of eBay, but I don't think it's worth as much as the earlier variants. This one got pretty rusty. Hopefully the muriatic acid will take that off. And then I found something I didn't know existed. I found these in the smaller size before, but this is a 10 or 12 ounce Raleigh Steam Bottling Works. And I got 2 of them. And then to top it off, I got a 7 ouncer. So now altogether I have 2 of each size. And probably the best bottle of the day, Harris Lithia Water, Columbia, South Carolina. Now I've never found any of them in this shape before. If you saw my other videos, I found the 3 crown tops in 3 different colors, but this is much older looking. This guy supposedly leased his bottling rights from 1893 to 1898 to somebody else, so I don't know if they had a different name on them or if this came out just after that in late 98. As far as local beers, I only found this one broken one. This is a different variation of the one I found before. Same company, but the embossing is different. I've seen pictures on the internet of the other variant, and I'm wondering if this could possibly be previously unknown in this style. The other one says Tivoli Beer in the middle. This one just says Bottlers. Looks like this would be the older one. And one more of the big bromos. And a medium size. Then I found the Steam Bottling Works in this better looking variant, but broken in half. But I got both halves, and I'm going to clean it and glue it, and we'll see what that looks like in part 2. And here's another one of the Raleigh Steam Bottling Works in the smaller size, which also happens to be broken in half, but I can glue it together. And here is a patent medicine that's different than any I've ever found. Dr. Jane's Alterative. Pretty neat looking. Then we got a White Stone Lithia Carbonated Water, White Stone, South Carolina. Well, too bad it's broken. And surprisingly, I have just now found my first torpedo soda. And as you can see, I found another one and another one. There's two more with the tops broken off. Then I found this nice quart-sized flask. You can see it's got a slug plate edge right there. No embossing, of course. Then I got two of these Mount Vernon ryes with the lady's leg top, and several more broken ones. And here we have a nice Anheuser-Busch from Richmond. Of course, it had to be broken also. Then I got a strap-sided flask, but it's not embossed either. There's a nice miniature lady's leg whiskey. There's a nice green bottle, maybe a back bar. And we got one of the common Abbott's bitters. And there we have Alexander, Virginia Tivoli from the Robert Portner Company. And another one. Can't see too well there, it's pretty dark. There's a Roanoke. I think that's the Home Brewing Company. Well, there's just a whole bunch of stuff in here. And here's some more. There's a nice colorful top. Well, I'm going to wash all this stuff up and make another video of all the cleaned up stuff. I'll see you later. Alright, I got all my good stuff cleaned up, and here's the complete set of the Raleigh Steam Bottling Works. Unfortunately, these two are severely damaged. I cleaned them up and glued them together. Those are the best examples I have at the moment, and hopefully someday I'll find a perfect one. And here are the aqua ones. They're all in perfect condition. The lighting didn't look too good a minute ago, so I will show them to you individually in this strong light. And here's the 7-ounce. And the other, I don't know if it's a 10 or 12 ounce. That one could use a bit of tumbling, but otherwise it's in mint condition. And this is one of the many beers I found. Unfortunately, it is broken in half. Richmond, Virginia branch of the Anheuser-Busch. Someday I'll get a whole one. And here is one of the Peter Stumpf from Richmond, 1890s blob top. Here's the other one. I soaked it in muriatic acid overnight and got most of it cleaned off. The rest will tumble away. I got cheated on this one. You would think a blob top like that would be embossed on the front, but nope. And here's the Raleigh beer. It's Very disappointing to see that broken. I've never seen a whole one of these. It's clear and it's made of a higher quality glass. It's nice and shiny. I hope to someday find one of these in good shape. And here's one of the Robert Portners, which circulated throughout North Carolina. Unfortunately, that also is broken. And a second one. Here's the Home Brewing Company. That would have been a nice one to add to my collection too. But most everything's broken in this dump I'm digging. And here's another example from Roanoke with the classic design with the wings. I don't remember what the name of this one is since it's broken off. I can't really tell you. And here's my quart-sized beer. I don't know anything about this one yet. It's a nice, clean honey amber. I'll have to check it on Google and see if I can find anything about that one. No embossed whiskeys this time, but a nice quart-sized slug-plated one. And a nice half-pint strap side. And I found 3 of these shoe fly flasks. These are miniatures that only hold maybe 3 or 4 ounces. And there's my nice patent medicine of the day. And not a whole hutch yet. This one is more prevalent than any North Carolina hutches. For some reason they ship tons of these over here. And of course it's cracked and has a hole in it. And here we have my favorite discovery of the dig. It looks like a $200 bottle to me, but I can't really find anything about any of these having sold on eBay in the last few months. Nothing on Google that shows a picture of this variant. So I guess it's a matter of time to find out. I'm sure one of you guys will tell me eventually what this is. And there's my group of torpedo sodas. 3 whole ones and 2 with the tops broken off. A nice looking shape there. Can't believe it took me 26 years to finally find some of these. And there is the gorgeous honey amber. These are pretty much distributed all over the country. I found them in California. It's got the lady's leg. And I got another one over there that I hadn't washed yet. There's another lady's leg style bottle. That is a miniature that would hold about 4 ounces. This bottle was in good shape except for the top being sheared off, but after I washed it I heard a cracking sound and the bottom just dropped out of it. And then it got all these irradiating cracks going up the sides. And then I picked up the bottom and it shattered into little pieces. And there's a hock wine with a slight bit of red tinting to it. Oh, I forgot about this one. Yet another beer. Nice picture. and it's got sort of a lady's leg too. The Baltimore loop seal. And one of the big bromos. Just found one this time. And then I've been finding a lot of these whiskey necks. Haven't found a whole one, but it's such a pale amber, I just had to save it. Then I found several of these in amber. I've been finding quite a lot of them in the olive green, but you don't see too many in this color. There we have the Whitestone Lithia carbonated water. Whitestone, South Carolina. It's a shame that that had to be broke. And then I found this piece of South Carolina dispensary flask. That was a little bit unexpected. And I found this teal ink bottle top with the pour spout. And here's the more common stuff that I haven't washed yet. And there's that other bucket full of stuff. Still haven't counted what I got, but maybe 75 or 80. Well, that's about it for this time. I think I found at least $500 worth of stuff, so I can't complain about that.